So the topic for Module 6 is emotional intelligence and how we can promote emotional intelligence in others, especially in the teams that we work in. So thinking about myself and my experience with teams, I've had both positive and negative experiences. Such I'm sure everyone has, but I want to reflect on the positive experiences of a team. In my current role as a teacher, I work on the second grade team. I am one of 3 teachers, and I have worked this way for the past 3 years, and each year has been a different experience. I, I have came to the conclusion that you can do a job that you cannot stand. Not saying that I can't stand teaching, but you can do a job that you cannot stand but enjoy it because of the people that you work with. And then you can do a job that you absolutely love but hate doing it because of the people that you work with. And I think it all goes down to the underlying factor of the presence of emotional intelligence amongst yourself, as well as the others that you work with, as well as the leaders who promote it within your group. For example, the team that I work with this year, and really the team that I've worked with the past 2 years, I felt like we were sisters, pretty much. I feel like we support each other. I feel like we motivate each other. We inspire each other. We support, uplift each other, whether something great is happening or something, if something sad or bad or emotional is happening, we are there to uplift the other person. And sometimes it's as simple as coming in our classroom, shutting the door, and venting to each other our frustrations, what's upsetting us, whether it's about school or our personal life. I have literally cried in the arms of my teammates because I trusted them. I knew that they were listening to me, and they provided the feedback that I needed, even if the feedback was just a listening ear and a hug. And that goes to the emotional intelligence of us understanding our own emotions and then us understanding each other's emotions. And I feel like that alone makes us a productive team. And we are willing to work together. We are willing to step up for one another. If someone's slacking in something or we see that their plate is heavy, we go to each other and say, what is it that you need me to do? What can I do to make things easier for you or help you? Or it's just an amazing dynamics between the 3 of us. And we have encountered some major changes these past couple weeks, but because of the support that we have within our team, I feel like we can conquer and move mountains. And I feel like that's true for any effective team, that you have that mutual trust, you have the motivation, you have, let's see, it's listed in this article. Let's see. You understand each other's interests. There's just many underlying factors that come into play when emotional intelligence is acted upon in a group. And so I feel like it's very important that we understand our own emotions as well as understanding each other's emotions, and then knowing how to react and respond to each other. Another thing that I want to talk about that I found was very interesting was the topic of motivation. Thinking about my current role as a teacher, I am not the teacher who rewards kids with an enormous amount of extrinsic rewards. I am one who really pushes students to want to do the right thing and participate because they value the experience. I have seen it before where kids will do something just for the gummy bear, or they would do something just for the dojo point, which is our school-wide behavior plan. But basically they get a point if they do something good, and they lose a point if they do something not good. Anyway, I've seen them just do stuff for the simple fact that they got something physical in return. And I didn't want to play into a part of that. I try to teach my students, you do the right thing because it's just the right thing to do. And you should feel good on the inside because you're doing it, not because what you're going to get, because whether you're inside of this classroom or outside of this classroom or in the real world, you're not going to get a cookie every time you do something right. But you have that inner peace and that inner joy and that inner satisfaction because you simply did the right thing. And I feel like that is the same no matter where you go. As a leader, you should motivate and drive and inspire your followers to do their best, to do the right thing, simply because they value the experience or they value the job. Because like I said, money isn't everything. Many of us when we were younger, when we said what we wanted to do, we would probably pick the thing that made the most money. I know I did. I said I wanted to be a doctor because of the money. But as I grew older, I realized, wait a second, I don't even like the medical field. I don't like science. I don't like any of that. So I'm not going to choose that because, yeah, it makes a lot of money, but I'm not going to be miserable and, by doing something that I don't like. But at the same time, you think about it, people, teachers and social workers, they don't make the biggest amount of money. However, it's your love and passion for the job that's going to drive you. However, on those days that are so rough, you're probably like, I'm not even getting paid enough for it anyway, and you choose not to do your best, and that just can't drive you. You've got to have that intrinsic motivation, simply because you value the experience and you value what you're doing and the impact that you're making. But as a worker, a lot of times it's going to take your leader to motivate you, because I know for me as a teacher, there's some days I'm ready to quit. I love my kids, I love my job, but I'm ready to walk out the door and say this isn't enough. But it takes people leading you, whether it's your admin or just the person you work with, to help you realize, like, hey, you've got this. We have bad days, but tomorrow will be better, or go take a deep breath, the rest of the day could be better. Think about this, think about that, and they boost that morale, and you need that. And so as a leader, I've learned, what starts at the top is going to trickle down. So if I bring that high energy, dynamics, motivation, and all of that to the table and inspire those people, what we're doing may be sticky, what we're doing may not be the best, but we're here together, we're all professionals, we're all important, we're all have something to bring to the table, and we're going to get this done, and just make people want to be there, make people feel like they're valued and enjoy what they're doing, even if it's the most unpleasant thing. How you make them feel and how you motivate them and how you inspire them, I feel like it's going to be the driving force of a team. So and there's nothing wrong with extrinsic rewards. Like, I feel like every now and then, but that should not be your main driving force, because if people are only doing it for what they're going to get in return, then you're not getting authentic people. You're not getting genuine people to do your job, because as soon as those rewards stop, then they'll stop, then the work will stop. So yeah, you want to motivate them from within and then outward. In my future career, working in post-secondary education, I feel like, as an advisor or someone working in student affairs, I won't have physical rewards to give them. I'm really going to have to pull out the inner motivation and help them keep their eye on the end goal, because there's going to be several times, they're going to think, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this. It's too hard. What's the value? And I have to realize, the end goal of graduating, that's the prize. That's what you're going to get, even though you can't physically feel it right now. Just know that it's coming, and know that the work that you put into it now will pay off later, and really have to pull on those strings and make them realize within that the road that they're traveling is worth it. And I feel like, you're going to really have to motivate and boost the morale of students, because college is a struggle, and there's many times you're like, throw the computer away, throw the degree away, I'm over it. But you really have to motivate them and make them want to keep pushing when they can't push themselves forward on their own. So I think that's where acting upon emotional intelligence is really going to play a part of my future career. All right, so I'm once again over my time, but that's what I have for this module. Thanks.